I didn't hit it hard. Oh, that's right. I didn't even hit the right one. What am I doing?
How is it now?
Good morning, 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 my friend. God's blessing, God's blessing upon you, upon you. Let's praise the Lord together, my friends. We have all awakened in God's shelter. Now we come to praise His name together. Good morning, 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 my friend. Sing Hosanna, Hosanna, hallelujah, hallelujah. Allow in the sanctuary of the Lord's protection and the stronghold of the Lord's defense. With His love, our spirits are illumined, as we glorify His name, our hearts are blessed. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my friend. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, my friend, my friend. You gotta work it. Good morning, everyone. Okay. Yeah. You just never know. He was just playing it. We were practicing a little bit this morning. We were working fine. So I don't know what happened.
All of a sudden.
Yeah. These things happen. But good morning, everyone. It's good to see all of you here this morning. You know, a lot of times we start out our little program and sometimes we say our names and sometimes we do not. And if anyone is coming for the first time, they might be wondering, who are these guys? Who the heck are they? You know? Well, I'm Tony Ballard, and this is
Darrell King.
Darrell King. and we've been doing this devotion. Some people call it a deepening. We'll talk about what that means some other time. But a devotion since the pandemic lockdown, and we just kept going. Yeah, and so we're still doing it. But we'd like to say good morning to everyone. And we see that we've got some people in our Zoom feed and also in our Facebook live feed. And so you are very, very, we're so happy that you are here. Glad to see you, Daryl.
Glad to see you.
Yeah, and we see,
and all of you.
Yeah. I can't see the names as well on screen because of the view in the Zoom, but we know that Karine is here, and I saw Gilbert, and I think Mr. Ali, I'm forgetting names, but I know Farah and Cambiz. And you know what? I'm going to get up just for a second. Yes. Darius is here. I was having a little problem there. And you know, last week, Shala's name was there, and I'm like, who is Shala? I asked you, do you know Shala?
Of course.
Well, of course, like on my way home, I'm like, oh, Shala. You know, I had a senior moment there. So I don't know if Shala's here today, but I kind of want to apologize for acting like, I don't know who Shala is. I know who Shala is. Okay. But give me a second. I just want to see who this is here. Okay. My sister is here. She says, good morning, Tony and Daryl. Happy and blessed Sunday to you. Thank you for sharing your service. We love doing it. And I got to tell you, today we're going to be talking about, where's the book? Okay. Of course, we're still reading from, and you know, Daryl, we got to come up with another book. We're almost done with this.
Sure.
Yeah. But today it's, as usual, studying from Baha'u'llah's teachings on spiritual reality. And today we are looking at chapter 10, Love and Unity. And you know, I got to tell you, number one, those are two things that are, as you know, Daryl, very, very common in Baha'i circles to talk about. And it should be, let's face it, in all circles of people who claim to be at least spiritual, if not religious. You would think they'd spend a lot of time talking about love and unity. But I'm going to tell you, this has been, I don't know how long ago, but within the last year, as you know, we stream through the clearwaterbaha'is.org website. And they also, people can respond to things. And there was, I will never forget, because I remember how it hit me. There was one gentleman who responded, or who made a comment, left a comment. It was very disparaging, actually.
Really?
Yeah, he described the Baha'i faith as, and this is a paraphrase, not a quote, but mostly what I remember reading is, here's another feel-good, religion, and another feel-good religion, and it's, if it's not Christianity, it is invalid. And of course, you and I both know that because we're both card-carrying Baha'is. We were talking about that earlier. But you and I both know that we view all of the world's religions, all of the major world, we've talked about that, all of the major world religions as part of one faith, which is faith in God and part of God's ongoing revelation. So we are not in competition, and we are not in opposition. And we're
not an add-on.
Exactly. And yet there are those people who, until they get a fuller picture, I guess. When we were talking Friday night on another topic about controlling the narrative. Right. I think there are those people who, they, at least the narrative they have going on in their heads is totally different from the way it should be, or from what it's intended to be. And what if they do more reading and really were to read or either read or listen to what's in the writings,
they'd have a different perspective.
Exactly. I know I'm going on too long about it, but I was thinking about that, especially as I was reading today's writings. Today's chapter is on love and unity. Love and unity. And rather than continuing to talk about love and unity, why don't we start reading about love and unity? All of today's passages are coming from Abdul Baha and Baha'u'llah. And Baha'u'llah is basically the last passage. Everything up to that is Abdul Baha really kind of breaking it down, why love and unity are so important important, not just to ourselves, but to the world, to all of humanity, whether you are, a person of faith or not. I'm shutting up, Daryl.
Thank you.
I really am. And another thing.
I'm rather anxious to read.
Okay. All righty.
About love and unity.
Yes.
But there is a need of a superior power to overcome human prejudices, a power which nothing in the world of mankind can withstand, and which will overshadow the effect of all other forces at work in human conditions. That irresistible power is the love of God. It is my hope and prayer that it may destroy the prejudice between you and unite you all permanently under its hallowed protection. How is it possible for men to fight from morning until evening, killing each other, shedding the blood of their fellow men? And for what object? To gain possession of a part of the earth? Even the animals, when they fight, have an immediate and more reasonable cause for their attacks. How terrible it is that men who are of the higher kingdom can descend into slaying and bringing misery to their fellow beings for the possession of a tract of land. The highest of all created beings fighting to obtain the lowest form of matter, earth. Land belongs not to one people, but to all people. Land belongs not to one people, but to all people. This earth is not man's home, but his tomb. It is for their tombs these men are fighting. There's nothing so horrible in this world as the tomb, the abode of the decaying bodies of men. I charge you all that each one of you concentrate all the thoughts of your heart and love on love and unity. When a thought of war comes, oppose it by a stronger thought of peace. A thought of hatred must be destroyed by a more powerful thought of love. Thoughts of war bring destruction to all harmony, well-being, restfulness, and content. Thoughts of love are constructive of brotherhood, peace, friendship, and happiness. If you desire with all your heart friendship with every race on earth, your thought, spiritual and positive, will spread. It will become the desire of others, growing stronger and stronger until it reaches the minds of all men. Do not despair. Work steadily. Sincerity and love will conquer hate. How many seemingly impossible events come to pass in these days? Set your faces steadily towards the light of the world. Show love to all. Love is the breath of the Holy Spirit in the heart of man. Love is the breath of the Holy Spirit in the heart of man. Take courage. God never forsakes his children who strive and work and pray. Let your hearts be filled with the strenuous desire that tranquility and harmony may encircle all this warring world. So will success crown your efforts, and with the universal brotherhood will come the kingdom of God in peace and goodwill.
Does sound like a nice place to. Love is the secret of God's holy dispensation. Love heaven's kindly light. Love is the cause of God's revelation unto man. Love ensures true felicity. Strive to become the manifestations of the love of God, the lamps of divine guidance, shining amongst the kindreds of the earth. Love is the light that guides in darkness. Love is the most great law. Love reveals the mystery of the universe. Love is the spirit of life. Strive to become the manifestations of the love of God, the lamps of divine guidance, shining amongst the kindreds of the earth. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. Strive to become the manifestations of the love of God, the lamps of divine guidance, shining amongst the kindreds of the earth with the light of love. Love, 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 with the light of love. Love, 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 with the light of love. Every word in that song comes from the writings of Abdul Baha. Every single word. From anyone who, again, like us, is coming. If we have our faith traditions based, in our upbringing, it's of course in the Christian tradition. Everyone is familiar with 2 Corinthians 13, that beautiful writing on love. And as we said earlier, we're not in competition or opposition, but I wish more people could read what Abdul Baha has written, his vast writings on love and the importance of love and what love really means and where it comes from, etc., and what effect it can have on the world, on the just the condition of humanity, because it's so beautiful. You want to continue?
Go ahead, please.
Okay. And another thing, no, I have to stop that. Again, we're talking about love and unity. And this, of course, is also coming from Abdul Baha. Throughout the universe, the divine power is effulgent and endless images and pictures. Throughout the universe, the divine power is effulgent in endless images and pictures. The world of creation, the world of humanity, may be likened to the earth itself, and the divine power to the sun. This sun has shone upon all mankind. In the endless variety of its reflections, the divine will is manifested. Consider how all are recipients of the bounty of the same sun. At most, the difference between them is that of degree. For the effulgence, the brightness of the sun, if you will, the effulgence is one effulgence, the one light emanating from the sun. This will express the oneness of the world of humanity. The body politic, or the social unity of the human world, may be likened to an ocean, and each member, each individual, a wave upon that same ocean. The light of the sun becomes apparent in each object according to the capacity of the object. The difference is simply one of degree and receptivity. The stone would be a recipient only to a limited extent. Another created thing might be as a mirror wherein the sun is fully reflected, but the same light shines upon both. The most important thing is to polish the mirrors of hearts in order that they may become illumined and receptive of the divine light.
Say that again.
The most important thing is to polish the mirrors of hearts in order that they may become illumined and receptive of the divine light. Man, that is so, it's difficult. I know it's what we must do. And yet, I'm just going to go ahead and not even try and articulate what I'm feeling right now. The most important thing is to polish the mirrors of hearts in order that they may become illumined and receptive of the divine light. One heart may possess the capacity of the polished mirror. Another be covered and obscured by the dust and dross of this world. Although the same sun is shining on both, in the mirror which is polished, pure and sanctified, you may behold the sun in all of its fullness, glory, and power, revealing its majesty and effulgence. But in the mirror which is rusted and obscured, there is no capacity for reflection. Although so far as the sun itself is concerned, it is shining thereon and is neither lessened nor deprived. If it doesn't show, it's on us. It's not on.
That's right.
Yeah. Therefore, our duty lies in seeking to polish the mirrors of our hearts in order that we shall become reflectors of that light and recipients of the divine bounties which may be fully revealed through them. This means the oneness of the world of humanity. I'm going to say that again. This means the oneness of the world of humanity. And at the risk of belaboring it, this means the oneness of the world of humanity. That is to say, when this human body politic reaches a state of absolute unity, the effulgence of the eternal sun will make its fullest light and heat manifest. Therefore, we must not, oh golly, this is so hard to read because I'm thinking about myself here. Therefore, we must not make distinctions between individual members of the human family. We must not consider any soul as barren or deprived. We must not make distinctions between individual members of the human family. We must not consider any soul as barren or deprived. Our duty lies in educating souls so that the sun of the bestowals of God shall become resplendent in them. God. Our duty lies in educating souls so that the Son of the bestowals of God shall become resplendent in them. And this is possible through the power of the oneness of humanity. This is possible through the power of the oneness of humanity. The more love is expressed among mankind, this is Abdu'l-Baha, the more love is expressed among mankind, and the stronger the power of unity, the greater will be this reflection and revelation, for the greatest bestowal of God is love. Love is the source of all the bestowals of God. Until love takes possession of the heart, no other divine bounty can be revealed in it. Until love takes possession of the heart, no other divine bounty can be revealed in it. You know, normally we start out with a prayer and then we have some prayers later on. But right now I feel like this might be a good time to say the unity prayer, which I actually meant to start out with, but was so busy running my own mouth, I forgot to say the prayer. You want to say the unity prayer?
I don't have it.
Okay, well, unity prayer, unity prayer. I don't know where it is. Okay, I could just say it, but I wanted you to say it because I've been talking so much. Oh, there it is. Okay. I mean, it's a very brief prayer, but very well known in Baha'i circles. Here we go.
O my God, unite the hearts of thy servants and reveal to them thy great purpose. May they follow thy commandments and abide in thy law. Help them, O God, in their endeavor, and grant them strength to serve thee. O God, lead them not to themselves, but guide their steps by the light of thy knowledge, and cheer their hearts by thy love. Verily, thou art their helper and their Lord.
Yes. This whole next passage.
Baha'u'llah.
Yeah, that's from Baha'u'llah. This whole next passage is about unity. You put your book down. It sounds like it must be time for a song. You feel like it's time?
I think it's time for a song.
Okay. This is a song. The last song that we did, every word was from Abdu'l-Baha. Every word in this song, at least all the spoken words, because all the verses are spoken. All the verses are words of Baha'u'llah, and even the chorus is I mean, well, you know, I don't know, something about. There we go. That takes a second. What's going on with your instrument there?
I don't know.
I'm gonna give you a second to check all the connections and everything, because we don't know it was working just fine, and it even came on at the end of them. Don't know what's going on.
Don't know. That's okay. Let's continue.
Oh man, this song is so much better when you. Okay, we'll do it anyway. O children of men, know ye not why we have created you all from the same dust? That no one should exalt himself over the other. Ponder at all times in your hearts how you were created. Since we have created you all from one same substance, it is incumbent on you to be even as one soul, to walk with the same feet, eat with the same mouth, and dwell in the same land. That from your inmost being By your deeds and actions, the signs of oneness and the essence of detachment may be made manifest. We are one family, one mankind, one humanity. Walk with the same beat, eat with the same mouth, dwell in the same land. That one indeed is a man who today dedicated himself to the service of the entire human race. The great being said, blessed and happy is he that arises to promote the best interest of the peoples and kindreds of the earth. In another passage he hath proclaimed, it is not for him to pride himself who loveth his own country, but rather for him who loveth the whole world. The earth is but one country, and mankind its citizens. We are one. We are one family. Family. One mankind. One mankind. One humanity. One humanity. Waves of one seed. Fruit of the same tree. Leaves of the same branch. This is where Daryl would be playing something as beautifully as he usually does. Maybe we could just say, we are one. We are one. We are one. Family. We are one. One mankind. We are one. One humanity. If thou be of the inmates of this city within the ocean of divine unity, thou wilt view all the prophets and messengers of God as one soul and one body, as one light and one spirit, in such wise that the first among them would be last, and the last would be first. For they have all arisen to proclaim his cause, and have established the laws of divine wisdom. They are one and all, the manifestations of his self, the repositories of his might, the treasuries of his revelation, the dawning places of his splendor, and the day springs of his light. We are one. We are one. Family. Family. One mankind. One mankind. One humanity. One humanity. One God. God of all. One faith. Faith in him. One race. All mankind. We are one. We are one. Family. Family. We are one. We are one. Family. Family. We are one. We are one. Family. Family. We it still is better when we have to have a talk about that after we're done. No, not you and me, just you talk to him and tell him, look, if you're gonna, if you're gonna just decide to cut out on this, let us know.
Right.
But that actually was, it's still better with you. It's still better with you. But your vocals there were very nice.
Thank you, sir. Be in perfect unity.
Yes.
Never become angry with one another. Let your eyes be directed toward the kingdom of truth and not toward the world of creation. Love the creatures for the sake of God and not for themselves. You will never become angry or impatient if you love them for the sake of God. Humanity is not perfect. There are imperfections in every human being, and you will always become unhappy if you look toward the people themselves.
Yes.
But if you look towards God, you will love them and be kind to them. For the world of God is the world of perfection and complete mercy. Therefore, do not look at the shortcomings of anybody. See with the sight of forgiveness. The imperfect eye holds imperfection. Beholds imperfections. The imperfect eye beholds imperfections. The eye that covers faults looks towards the creator of souls.
I gotta stop you there, man. Because this is another one of those sections that, as I'm reading it or hearing it, I think about myself.
Sure.
And I think about how, especially, at least for me, in today's world, with things that have been occurring, it's because this doesn't say limited to people don't limit it to people whose paths you cross.
Everyone.
No, everyone. And we both know it's difficult in very specific ways, and yet we're still supposed to try to do it, even with all of our imperfections that Abdul Baha mentions. But okay, go ahead.
The imperfect eye beholds imperfections. The eye that covers faults looks toward the creator of souls. He created them, trains and provides for them, endows them with capacity and life, sight and hearing. Therefore, they are the signs of his grandeur. You must love and be kind to everyone, care for the poor, protect the weak, heal the sick, teach and educate the ignorant.
I know you're going to read that sentence over. Please,
I'm going to read it over again. He created them, trains and provides for them, endows them with capacity and life, sight and hearing. Therefore, they are the signs of his grandeur. You must love and be kind to everybody, care for the poor, protect the weak, heal the sick, teach and educate the ignorant. The utterance of God is a lamp.
Before you continue, I'm not going to say anything except I think it's important to point out that all of that we've read up until this point has come from Abdul Baha, the son of Baha'u'llah. This last passage, which is our last passage for today, is coming from Baha'u'llah. Okay.
The utterance of God is a lamp, whose light are these words. Ye are the fruits of one tree,
Yes.
and the leaves of one branch. Deal ye with one another with the utmost love and harmony, with friendliness and fellowship. He who is the day star of truth beareth me witness. So powerful is the light of unity that it can illumine the whole earth. He who is the day star of truth beareth me witness. So powerful is the light of unity that it can illumine the whole earth. So powerful is the light of unity that it can illumine the whole earth. The one true God, he who knoweth all things, himself testifieth to the truth of these words. Exert yourselves that ye may attain this transcendent and most sublime station. the station that can ensure the protection and security of all mankind. This goal excelleth every other goal, and this aspiration is the monarch of all aspirations.
So it's not, again, this is another one of those passages that is a reminder that it's not just about us.
It's not
When
about
we,
us.
loving is not just, okay, I did all that, I did it correctly, and so now I'll find my place in the afterlife. I mean, if that motivates you, that's wonderful. But it's also about creating, helping to establish God's kingdom here on earth.
Absolutely.
Based on love, based on unity, just as in the Lord's Prayer, it says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Let's see if I can get this to work again. It's very faint, but it's there.
Let all associate, therefore. Did it stop in this great human garden? Even as flowers grow and blend together, side by side. Let all associate, therefore, in this great human garden. Even as flowers grow and blend together, side by side. This is from Tampa Bay. Love ye all religions and all races, with a love that is true, true and sincere, and show that love through deeds, and show that love. Let all associate, therefore, in this great human garden. Even as flowers grow side by side. Even as flowers grow and blend together, side by side. Even as flowers grow and blend together, side by side. I will say it again. The Baha'u'llah, Abdul-Baha, some of the greatest lyricists. Yes, Shogi. Well, I don't know what Shogi is. His words, yes, but I'm talking lyricist for some. Shogi is great if you got to argue something in court. Okay. Well, folks, at this time, we're going to go ahead and, yes, it's 1:45. So we're going to go ahead, and if someone would like to offer up a prayer or reading or another song of your choosing, this is that time. And as always, we like to start out with our Kambiz moment. And so Kambiz, do you have something to share with us this morning?
Sure. I have a prayer.
I'll bet you need to. I think you probably need to turn it up a tad.
Okay.
You think?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, it's a hidden word that I'm going to play violin and also sing again in English. Oh the garden of thy heart. Plant not but the rose of love, and from the nightingales of affection and desire loosen not thy hope. Treasure the companionship of the righteous, and eschew all fellowship with the ungodly.
Thank you, Cambyse.